Well. Here we are. The Wolves just blew multiple 20-point leads. Now, I don't know where this show is going to go. We're going to grieve. We are going to air out our thoughts, maybe the next steps for this team. I am sort of speechless, so I don't really know what's going to happen here. But, Borsty, you were at the game. I'm going to let you take the floor. Just talk.
Where to begin? Honestly, it's just so embarrassing. I'm at a loss for words for a lot of things, but then I also have a lot of words for a lot of it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, why the fuck is Anthony Edwards? Why doesn't he have the ball every single offensive possession? Why?
I agree. I'm just shocked. I mean, it's been an hour and a half and I'm still speechless. I don't know.
And at some point, like, you get 5 fouls a game, you get 6 fouls a game. At some point, maybe it's not the refs anymore. Maybe it's you. I mean, we have the same conversation every single game. It's like, you think it's going to be different? Because it's not. And you know what? We were going to get into it later, but I'm just going to say it now. Anthony Edwards is a superstar. Yep. Wolves fans, Minnesota fans, we ought to be really damn happy and really excited to have him. This guy is a rare talent. I've come to this realization the last 2.5, 3 weeks. He is going to be the best player in the league soon. Maybe it's 2 years, maybe it's 3 years, maybe it's 5 years. I don't know. He is going to be the best player in the NBA. I literally have no doubt about it at this point. And the thing is, let's start that trajectory right now. Next season. Let's start it next season. Let's start to build around him now. He's a competitor. He's a winner. I'm done.
I don't know where to start, to be honest. What was worse, the second quarter blown lead or the fourth quarter blown lead? I mean, if you don't give up that second quarter lead, this doesn't happen because it wouldn't have given life to the Grizzlies. How does this happen? Well, I'm not sure why Chris Finch didn't use a timeout in the third quarter. I mean, that lead went from 21-0. It felt like in 30 seconds. I mean, it was D'Lo go huck up a three, or Patrick Beverley drive to the hoop and get swatted away. And then
why was he taking our shots? Pat Bev was taking our shots tonight.
Carl shot the ball 4 times. 4 times. How is that possible?
Hold on. Bauer, we just got a comment. Bauer Swift says, get rid of Cat and build around Ant. I'm saying yes. But, yeah. I mean, this might be an overreaction. Cat is an amazing player, extremely talented, but maybe I just don't really think he has the competitiveness that Anthony Edwards has.
I want to talk about the game first and then get into that.
One thing. So tonight, I don't know if you saw it on TV, but do you remember when Cat missed a rebound in the third quarter?
And then
him and D'Lo were both going for it. Yes, they were both going for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Ant turns to him and he goes like, "Come on," like, he got in his face, or not really got in his face, but he yelled at him. Like, he was like, "What the hell are you doing?" I mean, I just think that Ant's an alpha, and on top of all the raw physical stuff, it's outstanding. So,
Oh, God. I'm seriously speechless. I mean, this could be the worst. Probably it's the worst loss in Wolves history in terms of blown leads. The Grizzlies, the Wolves can so easily win this series. They just go. How do you go from up 26 and then you give that away? And then in the third quarter, you're up 25 with 2 minutes left. And then how does it even happen? Do they just say, all right, we went on our run. Now we're tired. We're just going to stop playing. How? I don't understand it. Chris Finch didn't use a timeout, like I said. I think they went on a 21-0 run, and there was no stoppage. I don't know. Well, talk. I don't know. You got anything?
I mean, I just can't believe the cat thing. Like,
he goes.
I didn't think that
he goes in his post-game press conference and he's asked about why he only shot 4 shots, and all he says is next question. He can't own up to anything. I mean, I've been trying to back Cat for 7 years now. I've been a very big Karl Anthony Towns fan. These last couple of games, the highest leverage games of his career, and he just can't do anything. I mean, anything. He gets in foul trouble every single game. He can't get any threes off, like none. He's doubled every time, which I guess makes it difficult. But Joel Embiid is doubled almost every possession.
Exactly.
Jokic is doubled almost every possession. All of these guys, how do they figure out a way? I mean, Cat's quicker than Joel Embiid. Like, the key to Cat getting out of double teams is by going quick right when he catches the ball. Joel Embiid can successfully dominate double teams every game. I don't understand it. Where do you want to go next? Because,
I want to get your thoughts on. Well, okay, quickly. I mean, the series isn't over. I mean, we could win game 5, or sorry, game 4. Yeah, game 4. But I mean, I don't know how you can come back from this, like, with a positive attitude and good vibes. I don't see it.
Well, I mean, they could win the series. You saw what they did tonight in spurts. I like, what could you do after they gave up such a big lead in the second quarter? How do you let it happen again? It's like, oh my God. Do we have any questions here? I need like topics. I'm just
Bauer Swift says the Celtics could use Cat.
Well, they could. I mean, Al Horford is old. They have Time Lord Robert Williams, but he would. How much could we get for Cat?
I think it'd be a good fit.
How much could we get for him? Say we trade to the Celtics. What could we get back?
First round picks.
No, you have to get players for him. You can't just get picks.
I know, but the biggest thing is just going to be pieces that fit Ant's
You don't
game.
want to ruin.
I don't know.
You don't want to waste any prime Ant, or not prime, but like good Ant. Hold on. I don't like this comment. I disagree. They can defend at target center. They showed tonight. First quarter, first 16 minutes of the game, I've never seen the Wolves defend better in my lifetime, and I've watched nearly every game for 7 years. They just stopped defending. Like, they can do it. They just stop. I don't know why, but so I disagree with that. That's
also, he says, "What do the Timberwolves need to do to win the next game?" What are your thoughts?
I mean, it's just so cliche, but can you stay locked in for a playoff game? Just stay locked in. I mean, how do you not? It's like, if I was out there, now don't take this out of proportion, but if I was out there, I would be so laser focused the whole time. Wouldn't you be? Like, this is the playoffs. You're at home. There's 19,000 people screaming in the building. How do you just stop playing? Like, it doesn't make any sense to me.
Especially after last game.
They go on these 5 to 10 minute spurts of just no defense, but then they can go on 5 to 10 minute spurts of phenomenal swarming defense. Oh God. Cat.
Lewis says Lewis says the Grizzlies will lose in 5 games to the Warriors.
Yeah, probably. I mean, the Grizzlies, they've shown to me in these 3 games that they are extremely beatable because the Wolves, I mean, they beat them game 1 handily. Game 2, they lost. Game 3, this game should have been a blowout by the Wolves. It just should have been. The Wolves handed it to the Grizzlies. They didn't take it. Like, Jaren Jackson Jr. can be a very non-factor on the offensive side of the floor. John Morant, the Wolves defended him great tonight. Like, that's a positive. He didn't do anything to the Wolves, really. I mean, he had a triple-double, but
yeah,
I don't know.
Bauer Swift also says that Ja is very annoying. I agree with that. He gets every call.
Yeah. I mean, late in the game,
and I don't like
a couple
his
drives they didn't get, but Lewis says, "Would you blame coaching or Cat more today?" I'd blame both. Yeah. Finchy has been.
I don't know why
Finch. This year.
Finch has been good. I don't mean to like beat a dead horse, but like, why doesn't Finch say, just like, put the ball in Ant's hands? You know, like why?
Yeah.
Maybe he was. I don't know, but it didn't seem like it.
I mean, they've been the number 1 offense in the league in terms of points this year. Ant very rarely takes the ball up the court. I think you just have to have a better feel for the game, and not taking a timeout on a 21-0 run makes no sense to me. Carl, on the other hand, it's just every game, he doesn't change. It's fouls, complain, foul, complain, no shots up. His defense was actually solid tonight. The Wolves' defense was solid tonight. They only let up 104 points, and that's giving up 37 in the 4th quarter. The defense wasn't the problem. It was, I don't know. The offense couldn't get going. They couldn't make shots late in the game.
What would you do this offseason?
See what you can get for Cat. What did you do with D'Lo? How much? I don't think you can get much for D'Lo. D'Lo's. I don't know. D'Lo.
Good question. Good question here from Bauer again. He says he's not familiar with the coaching, but is Chris Finch on his way out? So, can you answer that? He's not familiar with the Wolves.
Okay, hold on. Let's bring this up. Not familiar with the Teals.
He's a Celtics fan.
Has he been there for a while? Finch was
a good
hired
question.
Middle of the season last year. This is the first full season with the Wolves, and he brought them to the playoffs. So Finch just signed an extension actually for 3 more years, so he will be around here. Finch is a great coach, and he will learn from this. The Wolves are young. There are going to be growing pains. It's just unfortunate that it came in such a fashion that it did tonight. Jon Snow, what if Cat played for the Sixers? The fans would kill him. Oh, yeah, they would. Oh, yeah, they would.
Dude, I think Minnesota fans are already starting to, turn on him a little bit, including us.
But like he came in the 4th quarter, and I could hear through the TV the fans like cheering super loud for him after he came off the bench. Like, the Sixers fans would probably boo him at that point. Can you talk about the?
Good question here. Reed asks, Timberwolves can't handle the momentum they gained. Finch and Cat shut down every time the momentum shifts in the other team's favor.
Well, I don't know if Finch shuts down when it happens, but like they become extremely dumb. I mean, Charles Barkley absolutely torched the Wolves in the post-game little show. He called them the dumbest team in the NBA. He said for the 2nd time tonight, they're dumb as rocks. Cat definitely shuts down when the momentum is in the other team's favor. Finch, I guess, okay, I read this question wrong. I thought it was when the Wolves had favor, the momentum. Finch should have called the timeout, and that is totally on him. He hasn't had many issues like that all year. I think he's been very good when it comes to timeout management. Like it's like Cat. It's just the team starts taking horrible shots, and the thing is, Finch wants them to be quick, move with flow in the offense. Sometimes that comes with bad shots. The last thing he wants is the offense to get stale and just have Ant dribbling it at the top of the court with a step back three. That's not what Finch likes because that can just turn bad really quick. But the thing is, when you play the offense the Wolves play, it is hot or cold. They shoot the most threes in the NBA, and that can be a good thing. It can be a bad thing.
Lewis says, I feel bad for A-Rod, and I agree. I think A-Rod's a beauty. I think that the Timberwolves are in good hands with him. I got to be honest. But I texted with, I don't know if it was you, or someone else, but I was texting after the game and I said, like, how do you think A-Rod feels about the Cat Ant situation? Do you think he's like all in on Ant, or do you think he wants to maybe give Cat a little more time?
I think he's too new. I think, this is the first year he's seen Cat. Cat's going to be all NBA.
I know. He had a great regular season, but playoffs is what matters. And it's not like A-Rod hasn't done his due diligence here. I mean, he knows.
Right. Yeah. Jon Snow says A-Rod's all in on Ant. There is no doubt. He loves Anthony Edwards, and I think every single person in this state loves Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, I agree.
This read says searching for too many threes instead of looking for high percentage, closer, open shots, and moving the ball around. Yes. But that is that's just a lot of times not the way the Wolves play. I mean, they generate a lot of their offense from turnovers. They generate the most turnovers in the league. That's how they score a lot of their points in transition with the likes of Anthony Edwards and Beasley and McDaniels. Those guys get out in the open floor and they can do damage. I mean, honestly, late in the game, they were getting open shots. It was just like it was Patrick Beverley. Beverley had 2 wide open threes he missed. I think Ant had an open three. He actually made it. Let's see. We got some more people or more comments coming in. Gary Nelson. Ant had 2. Ant had 2 on the bottom. Why can't the other guys hit on the same half? It has to. Does that make sense to you?
I was just wondering. I don't really know what he's trying to say.
Gary, if you could say that again, we would answer it. But I don't know what you mean by that. Luke Crone. Wow. Thank you for coming in here. It's been a while. I don't think this was a huge deal, but do you think Pat Bev was doing too much on the offensive side of the ball in the fourth?
Let me take this one.
Go for it.
Yes, I 100% agree. Yes, way too much. Way too much. The ball should be in Ant's hand first and foremost. And 2, it should be in D'Lo's hands. But yeah, I totally agree. He was like driving, which was really weird. And he was missing open threes. But yeah, he was like really taking control and bringing the ball up. And yeah, I was not a fan of that.
I will take Patrick Beverley open threes when the offense is sucking because that's an open shot. He can knock it down. I think he's like a 37% shooter. So I just don't like when he's driving. That's what we can't have is Pat Bev driving into a group of defenders on a team where they are very good at shot blocking. Jaren Jackson, I think, leads the NBA in blocks per game or something. Gary Nelson, maybe he tried to do this again. Anthony Edwards had too many attempts on defense when it comes to second half. I'm not mad, but it costed us too much. Anthony Edwards had too many attempts on defense when it comes to the second half.
I mean, I don't know if he's trying to say that Ant isn't a good defender, but I think Ant's actually a really good defender, especially watching him in person. You can kind of see how dialed he is.
On ball, he's very good. Off ball, he could use a lot of work. He can stay in front of anybody on ball defense. Off ball, he gets a little cuckoo sometimes. Isn't always locked in. So I don't know if we answered Gary Nelson's question, but that is that. What was the atmosphere like inside Target Center tonight? How did it compare to the playing game?
At times it was the same, and at times it was, maybe a little louder, but very similar.
How about
I
when
didn't
the
really notice.
Grizzlies? What about when the Grizzlies started making the run in the fourth quarter?
It was dead. It was dead in there, literally dead. You couldn't. I mean, all you could hear was just fans like yelling, like "Stop shooting, defend," and it was bad.
Do you think what is the % chance the Wolves can win this series right now?
I'm gonna go with 20.
All right, well that's a pretty high percentage. I mean, if they win Game 2, then you were right. Game 5.
Actually, I think I might have gone too high, but like I don't know, 10, 15, probably 15. I'll go 15. I mean, it's not over, but holy, that is the most deflating, embarrassing effort. You almost can't make it up how bad
No, you can't make it up. You can't make it up. I still can't even think about. I don't know how it happened, and I am still speechless. But I'm just trying to go through players. How I think it's a bad loss, but I don't know how many times it's going to take for this team to blow a big lead, for them to realize you have to stay locked in. Like, you're playing a good team, the second best record in the NBA. They're going to make a run. You know it. You have to withhold it and then just fire back. And they actually did that at the beginning of the third, but then it happened again. And then you ran out of time. You couldn't make another run. What is the biggest takeaway they can take away from this garbage game?
Well,
I don't know what you can take away from it other than it's a learning experience.
I think it's Cat. I mean, I think it's Cat.
It's every game for him. Every game is a learning game. I mean, Cat, we've been trying to tell him that you have to take away after every game. The biggest takeaway from Cat, stay out of foul trouble. Well, happened again. And guess what? It'll probably happen again on freaking Saturday. Ugh.
Well, obviously, you are very smart about this team and this organization. He had an amazing regular season. No one is disputing that. He's going to be on third team All-NBA. But where do you see this going? Truthfully.
Well, he's not going to be traded this offseason. He just isn't. Fans will say trade him. That will not happen. He was All-NBA third team. It was, if they lose this series, 5 or 6 games in the postseason, they give him one more shot, I bet. If he continues to be a complainer, a foul trouble connoisseur, and struggle in the playoffs next year if they make it, then you have to have real discussions. Although I will say they're going to sign him to a supermax contract this offseason once he is All-NBA.
Yeah, but that's not an issue. I mean, these teams will be able to afford that. But I agree with you. I think they'll give him one more shot because, and if it doesn't work out, then Ant will be going into his age 22 season, which is crazy to think about. So yeah, I think they'll give him one more shot, and if the same result happens next year, or even if we make it to the second round next year and it's just more of the same crap, then yeah, they're going to trade him because, again, Ant's going to be coming into his own next year, and he's going to take a step. I mean, it's inevitable. He's going to take a step. And I don't know. I guess it just depends on what ownership and front office ultimately decides. But yeah, I don't think they're going to put up with this much longer.
I think home court isn't too big of advantage for either team, so the T-Wolves definitely have a good shot in this series. Well, next game is a must-win game. I think home court advantage is big in the playoffs, actually. Like you saw in the first quarter today. That wouldn't have happened on the road.
Yeah, but I mean, I kind of agree with Bauer there. I mean, the crowd was completely taken out of the game. I mean, in the fourth. I mean, it was almost like they're on a neutral.
But that wasn't due to the crowd. That was due to the Wolves stop playing basketball. Like, well, you got anything else?
What do you see? Well, actually, I'd like to touch on D'Lo for a minute. he actually had a pretty good game.
Yeah,
But,
offensively he was solid. I mentioned with my brother before the game, 2 of the 3 big 3 have to have big games. Let me look at the stats real quick. D'Lo, I'll consider his game a big game. He had 22, 5, and 8. Ant, 19 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists. The thing is, well, they did it against the Clippers, but it's a rare occurrence where you can have Cat be that bad and win a game. It just is. And Jaden McDaniels had a good game again today. He knocked down some big threes.
So did Vando, actually.
Vando was fantastic, especially in the first half. Second half, he sort of went missing. But first half, he was getting rebounds, knocking down free throws. But where was I going with that? I was going to say something about you have to have 2 guys. 2 of the big 3 have big games, but you can only do it with Cat being the non-good player so many times. Like, you're just not going to be a successful team when Cat is that bad. D'Lo and Ant can't carry a team. And they weren't that good. If Ant had 29 points instead of 19, the Wolves win this game. But he didn't. He wasn't that good. He was average. He made 4 threes, but only 19 points. So, I don't know. I think I'm out of – it'll take me a day to get over this. I'm still not over it, and things will continue to run across my mind. So, is there any last things you want to say?
Well, yeah, I mean, this is the game that we'll look back in the series, right?
Yeah. Oh, God. That's like why I'm thinking right now, tomorrow's going to be brutal because I'm going to sleep on this. I'm going to wake up and be like, how did they lose that game? Now I have to listen to the Memphis media. I have to listen to the national media absolutely crucify this team. And it sucks. It sucks because
it makes me feel bad for Edwards.
I love when the Wolves
makes
get
you feel bad for
media.
It makes you feel bad for Edwards, and it makes you feel bad for guys like Beasley and who else played well. I don't even.
I mean, McDaniels.
I'm blanking. McDaniels
was solid
because they were solid.
I mean, Greg Monroe played 6 seconds. He had a decent impact.
Is that a joke?
He played 6 seconds.
Oh, actually, I thought Nas actually had a solid game today.
He had 3 points on 1 for 5 shooting. So if that's good, I don't know.
Oh well, maybe it seemed different in the stadium, but I don't know.
It is always different when you watch on TV versus at the arena. You pick up different things. But yeah, I don't know. Cat, 5 fouls, 4 shot attempts, 8 points. I mean, he was 3 for 4 on 4 attempts. What are we doing?
It's inexcusable. Here? It's inexcusable. There's no excuses. Some of us even gave him a mulligan for the play-in game, and this one was even worse.
Well, I don't know about that.
Are you
kidding? He fouled out in that game, and he I don't know. They're both shitty. Okay.
Dude, this game was arguably worse.
I don't think we're at the point where we should be debating which game was worse. They were both awful.
Is this a coaching thing? Is it Finch's fault for not drying up more plays for him? I don't know.
I think Cat doesn't know how to play against double teams. They threw it to him on post a lot of times. The thing is, he gets passes right away. And, that is the right play. The thing they need to do more, which I've disagreed with the TNT people before, but they say he needs to go down, close to the basket and post up there. They might not be wrong. I think he's got to go down there and just shoot jump hooks. Turn into freaking, I don't know, Boban Marjanovic. Just sit down there and just dunk and post-ups. Don't even worry about anything else. You will not get charges. You won't get hooking calls. It's just probably what you have to do. Gary Nelson says Finch should have called a timeout earlier in the 4th. Yes, he should have. We talked about that earlier. There's no doubt. They went on a 21-0 run. He didn't use any timeouts. His reasoning was because he used timeouts earlier in the game, and he just wanted to get to the 4th quarter with 2 timeouts left. So that was his reasoning. I disagree with it. I don't know how you can just let a game slip away like that without stopping the game at any point. So, yeah. I don't know what Smooth Jazz is saying, but
Yeah, what the hell is that?
I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, well, Finch was awful. Or Cat was awful. Finch struggled. This could be Finch's worst coaching performance. And I love Finchy. But sometimes you just got to be better. You just got to be better. It's okay to waste a timeout if you want that to happen. Saturday, what the freak will happen? Well,
I don't know.
I don't know either. It could either be the Wolves come out super hot because they're so pissed off, or it could be the opposite. They're deflated, and the Grizzlies just pounce and they win the game, and then they go home and they win that game. It's like the Houston series. I don't know. I just wish no. I wish they won. I really do. That would have been great. The fans deserved it. I mean, this is Minnesota sports in a nutshell. Nothing good can ever happen.
I know I'm already talking about the off season because that's what we do. That's what we do here, right? We like to think ahead. Who's going to be making the decisions?
Well, they have to make a decision.
I mean, they haven't really given him. Yeah, but they haven't lifted his franchise tag, or I don't even know what his contract is. Vice president. They haven't really made anything official.
Who on 5-2 Goop?
Yeah.
You know what I wish I had right now? Hold on, we're just gonna keep going here. Let's see if I can find it. Keep talking.
I mean, so we're gonna be going for a while here.
This is gonna be funny if I can find this picture, and you know what picture I'm talking about too.
Yeah, pull it up.
I need a laugh. This is miserable. Oh my goodness. Oh, you know who's in the building tonight?
JJ?
No, Gerson Rosas.
Was he really?
Yeah.
I wish he was still our GM. He did an amazing. I'm gonna go there. He did a great job.
Yeah, I mean, this team is fantastic. They're just young, and you know what? We weren't gonna win a title this year. This could be a good thing for the future. I mean, probably not a good thing because you'd love to play another series and get more experience under your belt. But in 2 years, is Carl on this team? In 2 years, is the trio of D'Lo, Carl, and Ant still together?
Well, listen, it depends on what happens in next year's playoffs. But listen, Anthony Edwards is going to emerge, and it's going to turn into a situation where it's like, we have one of the best players in the league. Don't you think we should probably build around him? And I just think that's what will end up happening. What do you think? I mean,
I'm trying. I don't have thoughts right now. I just Lewis. Jack told me Wolves have best chance of MN sports teams. I can see them being the next team to win a title.
No, listen, I said that because of Edwards. I kind of still stand by it. I kind of think the Wild probably have a little better chance, but I mean, I hate to beat a dead horse with this Edwards thing, but it's real. I mean, right?
He's 20. He's my age, and he's already unbelievable. No, come on, Lewis. Be nice. They're 20 to 30 years away.
Oh, that's so good.
I don't. The Wolves can legitimately win a title in 5 years, and I don't want to wait 5 years. If I told you the Wolves,
I think maybe 4 years.
If I
finals run in 3 to 4 years with a young nucleus that you'll build around Edwards, where he's dropping 30, 32, 8, and 6 a game.
If I told you that no team in Minnesota sports is going to win a title in the next whatever, but the Wolves win one in 10 years, Would you take it? So that means the Vikings will not win a Super Bowl within 10, I don't know.
Listen,
Would you
the
take
Vikings
that?
are such an unknown with everything. I mean, who knows? I really like Kevin O'Connell, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
But what was your question?
I'm trying to phrase it correctly. Would you take, if I told you no Minnesota sports team is going to win a title in the next 25 years, but the Wolves will win one in 10, would you take that?
25 years?
Yeah. So basically just like they're not going to win one for a very, very long time, but I'm guaranteeing you a Wolves championship in 10 years. So like the Vikings for the next 25 years, they will not win a championship. They're not allowed to.
No, I don't think I'd take that. I just kind of like to gamble. I think, dude, all the Minnesota teams are kind of in a good spot right now. I got to be honest, except for maybe the Twins, but they're always like weird.
Yeah, the Twins they've lost my interest already.
But the Vikings and the Wolves are very promising. I kind of just think it all depends on what Edwards turns into, to be honest. Because look, I could be wrong, and maybe Edwards it just ends up being like just power, like really athletic guy who like never really figures it out. But I don't see that.
No, because he has a shot. He can
I
make
know.
shots.
That's what I'm saying. That's why, like, all of the signs of superstardom are there. Like
he's like Zion Williamson, who can basically only drive and dunk. That's different. But Ant can freaking shoot the ball.
Oh my god! I know
it's hell out of it.
It's exciting. I mean, it is.
I was going to ask a question.
Lewis says no shot. I'd take that. Once another Minnesota team wins, I will root for the Wolves. Yeah, he told me that the other day, and I said fine. I mean, at least he said that he'll root for them eventually.
What if Cat just came out next year and never talked one word to the refs and just was dead silent? How much different of a player would he be? I think he would get less calls on him. I think his emotions wouldn't allow him to even come close to some of the fouls, because a lot of the fouls are from built up anger from yelling at referees and then making a stupid play. Like if he can just come out and just be in his own head during the game, it's 48 minutes. You can just be quiet for 48 minutes, celebrate your shots that you make, celebrate your teammates, but just ignore the referees. Just ignore them.
I agree. Lewis again says refs are not his problem. He just stinks.
Well, no, they are. People love to complain about Cat yelling at the refs. So if you don't think the refs are an issue,
literally, I've been talking to Lewis about this for the last week and a half, and it's kind of been like playful joking, but like I'm kind of like slowly starting to agree with him on the Cat thing. It's like
what, that the refs aren't an issue?
No, just that he's just frustrating. He's so frustrating.
Oh, he is so frustrating. Bill Simmons or someone, maybe it was
Bill. It was Bill. No, it was Bill.
He might be the most frustrating good player in the league.
That was Bill.
God, he's so talented. I mean, where can you find a guy that can shoot, a center that can shoot volume threes at 40%, 50% from the field, and he's an excellent free throw shooter.
Yeah.
He can rebound his position when he's in the paint. His defense can be good when he's locked in. I mean, he is a bona fide top 15 talent.
I think a trade could be on the horizon.
In terms of how long?
I mean,
they don't trade him for another year. They aren't trading.
Yeah, I think they're gonna. I truly think they're gonna wait and see with Edwards for one more year. And if he takes a giant step, then I think he's gone. Do you agree with me?
Right now, based off of what you saw tonight, well, it might be a bad time to ask, but what is your prediction for seeding next year for the Wolves, what seed do they get in the West?
4 or 5.
Yeah.
I mean, but listen, so many teams in the West next year are going to be better. So many. There are more teams that are going to be better in the West next year than worse.
I feel like Stephen A. Smith.
That is so good from Lewis right there.
I am so vindicated. Lewis freaking loved this game tonight. He freaking loved it.
This was Lewis's like dream scenario.
Shit. Oh god.
Yo, you know that like video of Stephen A. Smith like walking past the Cowboys fans, like, oh, yes. That's literally Lewis today with the Wolves.
Lewis probably drove out to Target Center just so he could walk like that in front of the fans.
No, he probably drove to just to take in all the fans leaving the stadium. Just like, yes.
Oh, I try to get my mind off of it, but my head just, you know what it keeps coming back to? Man, would it be fun if the Wolves are up 2-1 right now. Going into game 3, you win that, you're up 3-1. You know how fun a series against the Warriors would be?
Lewis says I agree. He says all the fake fans, and that I agree with. That I 100% agree with. Pull that one up. Pull the fake fans one up.
What do you mean?
Lewis says all the fake fans that have been to one game all year. I agree with him.
You mean all the people that were at the game tonight have been to one game all year?
Well, no. He means like he feels vindicated for like all the fake Timberwolves fans out there that just started paying attention 2.5 weeks ago.
Oh yeah, well those people are dumb, but
there's a lot of them out there.
Oh well, that's for any team.
It's not the been to one game all year. I mean, there are a lot of fans out there who haven't been to any games. It's the ones who are just like, oh, the Wolves, yeah, like who haven't watched. So I agree.
Lewis, you could hop in here and just join the talk if you wanted to. My bedtime isn't going to be probably 3 a.m. because I won't be able to sleep. Golly, this is brutal.
Yeah, hearing Lewis here would be very interesting to hear his.
I mean, he doesn't watch any Wolves basketball, so he just won't have the.
No, he did tonight. No, he has been.
Oh God, it is so brutal. And people don't understand. You, but more so me. I haven't missed a second of Wolves basketball this year.
I know.
I've watched every game for 7 years. I've been dying for games like this on TNT. The world is watching. Target Center is 19,000 plus. I mean, Christ. And then they do that. Why do they have to do that? They were up by 25 with 2 minutes left in the third quarter. No, in the third quarter, 25.
Well, it's 26 at one point.
In the second quarter, I thought.
No, I think it was 81 to like 58 or like something like that.
There's 0 people watching right now, but I don't care. I'm heartbroken.
What, did they all leave?
Yeah. We had 7 people in here at one point. I might be a career high.
No, but look at all the comments.
Well, yeah, we got plenty of comments. A lot of them from the same person. Who the hell is Gary Nelson?
But
wait. Can we talk about smooth jazz? What was he saying?
I don't know, dude. We didn't really have 7 though. Like, if you like add all of them total, what do you think it is? Like 15?
What?
Viewers.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, we're still live right now, so we got a person. I don't know who's watching right now, but we've gotten to the point of this. We're 45 minutes in. We're rambling at this point. I'm still heartbroken. I don't know where to go from this. I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight. I mean, Christ. Wake up tomorrow and it'll feel even worse. That's how it goes. Right now, I'm almost numb to it. I'm trying to talk about it, but it's tough. Like, oh my God, dude. We were up by 25 points. We could be up 2-1 right now with a game on Saturday at 9 o'clock, and the arena would be so fun. Now we're down 2-1, battling to bring it back to 2-2. If we go there, we're probably losing Memphis down 3-2. and then he probably win here just to get our hopes up, and then probably have a heartbreaking finish in Game 7. Oh. Would you agree with that? Do you think that's how the series is going to go?
Dude, if we won tonight, we would be in a great position. That's all.
Oh, phenomenal. Because we'd have all the momentum going into Saturday night's game. We have the game. All right.
I don't see us winning on Saturday, but I don't know.
No, I actually do. You know why?
Why?
We played phenomenal defense.
Well,
this doesn't happen. And if we go up by 26 again, I am confident this will not happen again. We played John Morant fantastic. I don't give a crap that he got a triple-double. Desmond Bane was the reason they won. I mean, he knocked down his career-high 7 threes. Now, he's a good shooter, but that's a lot of threes. Like, Jaren Jackson doesn't worry me one bit. I don't know, like, who else do they even have? Brandon Clark's good. Dylan Brooks is good. But they don't just Jaren Jackson played 21 minutes. Yeah. If I was a Grizzlies fan and they lost tonight, they'd be talking about Jaren like the way we're talking about Cat. I mean, this guy gets in foul trouble every game. All right.
Yeah, well, all right. Well, I guess we'll
maybe talk tomorrow, come back tomorrow. And,
Lewis wants to record.
All right. Well, we'll be back tomorrow, people. We appreciate everybody listening. This was a heartbreaker, and it sucked. But you know what? We're back Saturday. We can tie the series. Who says we can't go to Memphis and do what we did in Game 1?
Yeah.
And then we're up 3-2. And then we come back to Target Center with a chance to win the series.
Yeah. About that.
God, this sucks. All right.
You'll live.
Jesus Christ. We have 52 comments? That's a lot of comments.
All right. See ya.
All right. Peace.